Welcome, I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation. The project's official name is the Adventurers' Research of Abnormal Civilian Experiences, or Project Arrowace for short, to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently. I've hired you all for your hands-on experiences.
I'm going to be honest, I think we should run.
I don't know, I'm not a wizard in real life.
Tentacles belong in the ocean!
I also lost all my food, so Delphi, in a few hours you might start looking really delicious.
Okay. You can't just kind of hand wave and say, oh yes, it's clearly from another plane of reality, without that implying a lot about a very powerful wizard doing it, or a university of powerful wizards doing it, or a god doing it.
It lets us know that when these other anomalies have been happening, it's potentially due to the use of temporal or spatial magic.
Who are you? I saw you in some kind of dream, but I think there's more to it than that. We need to talk.
I can't tell you exactly why I did all the things I did, but I did them. Okay?
Can everyone please roll for initiative?
Oh, I nearly cussed so hard.
Welcome to Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made with actual Aromantic. My name is Ellie. Nope, that's not the right bit.
Well, it is your name.
It is my name. It is factually correct, but it is, what's the word?
That is what you normally do there, isn't it?
No, I usually do. We are a group of people who identify somewhere on the aromantic and asexual spectrum. So it's, what's the word for sequentially? It's sequentially incorrect. We are a group of people who identify as somewhere on the aromantic and or asexual spectrum, playing 5th edition D&D with, imagine what's going to happen when 1 D&D or whatever it's called comes out.
Oh, yeah, God. I imagine
we'll
it'll be...
It'll be a while
D&D.
until 6e comes out, I think.
No, they've released beta testing for not 6th edition, but they're calling it 1 D&D.
But then they're going to change
D&D.
it to 6th edition one day. This is the groundwork for 6th edition.
We're still going to be playing 5th edition,
I don't think
it's going to change anything.
It won't change anything unless
This
we
is
read
true.
it and like it and decide actually we want to change it.
I think it might be an update for 5e, because they've put so much money recently into 5e that it would be mad to do 6e now.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think I was going to say it's not 6, I think the reason it's called 1 D&D and not 6e is because, quite specifically, they want to make a system that integrates the things that people love about 5 and 3.5 and 4, so that you can kind of like...
Well, 5e
Equal
was referred to as D&D Next for quite a while.
This is so off topic, and probably the people who have listened to this...
It is. Well, it's actually very on topic if people who listen to this care about D&D editions, but some of them may not care at all about D&D editions.
Our listenership will probably be evenly split into people who have already had this conversation and are therefore tired of it, or people who have literally no idea what we're talking about and therefore could not care less. So, in any event, I'm Ellie. I use she, they pronouns. And today I will be your DM, your demisexual mountaintop.
Nice.
Hey, I think that one's a new one.
Yeah.
Hey, it is a new one. I came up with it. It just sprung on me. Maybe because we're in a volcano.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Would you all like to introduce yourselves? Toz?
Yeah? Is it my
It's
go?
you.
Hello!
Oh my god, Toz did that. Is it me?
It's me. My name is I play Tosia Atherdale, the party battlemaster fighter. We both use she, her pronouns, and we both tend to mentally zone out while our party are chatting nonsense until we're back on topic.
Love you.
Does that not describe everybody?
No.
Hello, my name's Chloe, and I play Raina Riftwood, the Tabaxi Bard. We both use she, her pronouns, and the temperature is very frosty around Raina and particularly Delphi right now.
Oh, I was gonna, we are literally in a volcano right now.
I was also going to be like, it's August.
And it's August. It's both warm in and out of game. Ellie's done a really good job of creating a immersive atmosphere.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I consulted with the sun and also meteorologists specifically.
You also caused global warming. It was really
I did. The lengths I will go to make a D&D campaign are frightening, to be honest.
You heard it here first. Ellie's responsible for the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, baby! Workers of the world unite? Question mark?
No.
No.
I don't think that's how the Industrial Revolution went.
Yeah.
No. Eiriol?
Hello, I'm Eiriol. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Delphi, the Growfolk Warlock, who uses she, her pronouns. Yeah, that was an intense session.
It was.
Yeah.
If
you didn't listen to the last episode, go do that, because this will be entirely out of context and won't make any sense.
Yeah, thematically, I was like, to be fair, I did not plan for what happened with the seer because I didn't anticipate you giving her the glaive. And in any case, I was...
You still did that to the seer. You still decided to make that happen.
Because, I am a big believer in actions having consequences. What I didn't anticipate was trying to navigate from, like very, very justified and very, juicy, but also very, very, cold inter-party personal dilemmas to it's puzzle time! Puzzle! Yay!
We're going to be really good
Puzzles
at teamwork for your puzzle.
Do you have visual aids
Honestly, this is the
puzzle?
juiciest thing, is having a work group do something and then immediately go into team building exercises.
Literally, it really does feel like that. It really does feel like that.
Have I introduced myself yet? I actually can't remember.
Yes, I was going to say we have a one team member who has not yet been introduced.
Hi, I'm Katie. I use some pronouns, and I'm playing Morgan, who is a wizard who just attempted to fly, which she's not very, very good at. But hubris intervened, and now she's been buffeted about like a bit of plastic bag in the wind.
Hubris is my drag name.
So she's a little bit disgruntled now.
New phone, hubris.
Terrible! Eiriol, that's so bad.
But also
so
very good.
New phone, hubris.
Super bad. I think that might be an episode title because that's so good.
We should, instead of doing the normal descriptions for episodes, we should just instead have 3 or 4 rejected episode titles, and then people have to decide whether they want to listen just from that.
From vibes alone.
Yeah.
So, in answer to your question, I do sort of have a visual aid.
Yay!
I don't know how helpful it's actually going to be. But it exists. Before I show you that, do we want to have a little run through what happened last time? Please.
We had an argument.
Yeah.
Yep.
You all had an argument. I stayed out of it.
Culpability for potential life-altering psychic damage to a helpful person who was nice to us.
I believe I started and maintained the argument and Morgan finished it.
Anyway, now we are dealing with a great big hole with a bunch of hot air, inside a volcano, which is very cool, to be fair.
We have to get across to the other side.
Yeah, and
Morgan can't fly
over. and was thwarted by the air currents.
I don't think
Which
Morgan
is-
could ever fly. I think they've just been lying to us.
It's been an illusion this entire
New conspiracy
time.
theory.
They're actually an illusion wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, ha! You
actually,
discovered my secret.
A gnome with illusions of grandeur.
I'm 4 gnomes in a trench coat, actually.
Two gnomes for the
They're a
wings.
gnome with an illusion of grandeur.
Well, that's a problem.
So I'm gonna send a, like I say, possibly unhelpful. This is more of a visual aid for me than it is for you guys. Actually, I'm not gonna send it yet. I'm gonna tell you some more information that you got.
How far across is it?
So it's 50 feet across. Is that an awkward amount considering the number of squares you've given yourself, Ellie? Yes. 40 feet across and 40 feet down.
And I can wait, across and down. Are we using real life maths rules for distance, or are we using D&D squares for distance?
I have some squares. Why?
Because there's a thing where radiuses are weird in D&D sometimes.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'll give you a little bit more.
One second,
info
I'm doing
about-
trigonometry. There's only.
No, let's just ignore it for now, and if it comes up, it comes up.
Essentially, what you discovered last time was that there are very strong gusts of wind, and there are streams of both hot and cold air traveling through these kind of naturally occurring vents in the side of this chamber. Morgan, as you continue to observe them, you kind of notice that you can kind of see there's like 4 sort of sets of vents at different levels, about 10 feet down each time, 5 feet down each time. No, 10 feet down each time, 40 feet, 4 times 10 is 40. I'll get there eventually.
Okay, I think I have a plan. I think I can do it with my cool magic.
Okay. You can do.
Is it? It's within 90 feet, right?
Yes.
It should be in trigonometry wise. Within
Yes,
90 feet.
trigonometry wise, yeah, 40 feet down and 40 feet across is
Within
how
90
much?
feet.
Yeah.
Is maths.
Okay. I'm going to. 1 second. Okay, I've got 4 spell slots. Above second level or above. Which means I can only do it for. I can only do this for other people, not myself, I think. Okay, and then I cast Vortex Warp on Tosia.
Yes!
What?
Jeez, okay. Can
You
read out
magically
the-
twist space around another creature you can see within range, which is 90 feet. The target must save on a con save or choose to fail. Otherwise, target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range.
That's so cool. Yep, okay, cool. Tosia, how you doing? What you
Did you tell me that you were going to cast a spell on me, or did you just cast a spell on me?
Oh, I said something
just
about how I
cast
could
a spell
totally
on
fix it with my cool magic powers.
In that case, I will be making a Constitution save.
Damn it! I should have communicated better with my teammates.
Yeah.
No, please don't win this, because if
I
so,
have
we're
a
gonna
plus 6 to this roll.
We're not going to have enough spell slots to make it.
I rolled a 2. That's an 8.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I feel like this is really
This is
a
like-
beautiful.
This is like the 10th time that Morgan has tried to do something without explaining what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
You like
this is gonna
point
be-
at Tosia, she's like, no way, and then you just hear her like,
She should appear on the other platform.
She never appears. You've killed Todd.
You killed her. You sent her to another plane.
I appear, but I'm crying blood and I can't speak.
It was actually because Morgan was in the room. That was the problem.
Yeah, it was never Delphi at all.
Yeah. Nothing to do with
Okay. I've got one more
Toss
second level
pops up.
spell slot to do that. But I need. There's 4 of us total. Actually, no, I
well-
can do.
I can do that,
can
but I'm
do
a little
it.
bit far away.
Oh yeah, Misty Step.
Yes.
What about if you jump and then when you're falling
Well-
past it at approximately 40 feet away, is that within range?
I've thought about this, and I think I can probably jump far enough, but that's assuming the wind doesn't blow me off course.
I've got a better plan. I have. There's you and Delphi left here. I can do that same spell on you two, therefore getting rid of my only other high level spell slots, and then I'll use my last second level spell slot, right? I'm going to cast Immovable Object on something, and then I'm going to sit on that thing and move it as I sit on it, and hope it doesn't buffet me too far.
Well, before you do that, Elliott, is this? Are there like walls on the side, or is this like really wide? Can I climb across?
You can try.
I would only like to climb 10 feet, and then I can Misty Step.
Oh, that's smart. I mean, yes, you can.
I have
try.
a climbing speed of 20 feet. Yes.
What is you've got a race specific thing about climbing, haven't you?
Yeah, I just have a climbing speed of 20 feet. So
Okay,
I generally treat that as like, you can just climb stuff as long as it's not super difficult to climb.
I was going to say, this is going to be difficult to climb. I
Cool.
will say that much, because it's like, even with, your, like, getting your claws in, it's like getting your claws into a rock surface, and you can imagine, like, it has the possibility
People
of
rock
kind of
climb
like,
all the time.
I
with
know,
like
but, like,
crampons and,
So it's-
and equipment.
It's
Exactly.
difficult.
Actually, wait, I
And
might
also-
have climbing equipment. Let me check.
I have rope.
I have a rope.
A rope might be a really smart idea to not ensure your imminent death.
Well, if you fall, I'll just cast a spell on you and you won't die.
Well, what kind of spell? Because if that's Featherfall, I
The
will
same
still
spell
fall.
I just used for Tosia.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, I don't want to use up all your spells, so that's just what I was trying
But
to
yeah,
do.
that's why it's the second plan.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'll use the rope as well, and then we've got layers of safety.
multiple plans. Excellent.
Okay.
I love
I
it.
want to give I'll give one end of the rope to Delphi, but also like try and tie it off somewhere on the edge, but also be like, Delphi, hold on to this in case it falls off, and then tie the rest.
Yeah,
like
I
around
only
my
have
waist.
+1 strength. What does Delphi have?
Probably more than that.
No, I think it's -1.
No!
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it to Morgan then.
You're like, this tree
Oh,
will
it's
surely be
-2.
stronger.
I just assumed that as a giant tree, Delphi would be
Yeah,
able to
no.
plant
No.
her feet.
Apparently not. She's
I was
bristled
going to
like
say,
a
she
twig.
has twig arms. Yeah, she has literal twig arms. So, Misty Step. What is how far can you go with Misty Step?
I can teleport 30 feet. It's a bonus action, I believe.
Okay.
But you're 40 feet
If you're
down. and you go
Yeah, I was about to
across
say.
and down.
Oh, we have to go
Yeah,
down
like,
as well.
This is
Yeah.
This is the.
Okay,
so,
well
yes,
that's okay.
so-
I'll just climb a bit further.
okay.
I've
I'm
got
just trying
how
to
much
think.
rope
This
have
is
I
where
got?
trigonometry will.
I have
fail
50
me.
feet of rope, so
I've also got some rope. I've got
allowing
another however far.
yeah,
so.
but allowing for like a bit of like tying off and stuff, I could probably go at
You
least
could just-
40 feet.
You could just jump off and then Misty Step as you fall.
I could,
Yeah.
but it's much more controlled to do it this way.
Yes, I can see that. Yeah, if you walk a certain amount, or claw climb a certain amount out, and then Misty Step down, that should work.
That is the plan.
Okay, can you give me an athletics check,
I'm
please?
proficient in athletics. I know, you don't expect it, do you?
And yet.
And yet, I rolled a 6.
Oh no! What is that with your proficiency bonus?
Yep.
Oh my
That
god.
is with your proficiency bonus.
I'm not strong, I'm just proficient.
Oh my god. Okay.
Is she falling?
Okay, so, Raina, you start to make your way, and how are you climbing? Are you going are you going on the left-hand wall or the right-hand wall?
I was imagining the left-hand wall for no apparent reason, so let's go with that.
Fair enough. Okay, so you start to make your way along the left-hand wall, and as you kind of start to claw alongside the wall, you grab onto a kind of what ends up being a bit of a sort of loose bit of rock, and you lose your footing. But because of where you are, actually, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is a 17.
Sweet. So as you kind of begin to fall, you fall about 10 feet, and then you are buffeted about 20 feet sideways, with a blast of cold air, and it is powerful enough that it literally physically takes you across the cavern.
Close enough to Misty Step?
It is, but before you do, can you give me a super quick investigation check?
I can indeed.
That's weird.
That is non-nat 20.
Sweet! So you begin to Misty Step, and in the sort of, it takes 6 seconds to cast a spell, right? In the 6 seconds...
Well, it's a bonus action, so even less.
Oh, okay. In the time it takes for you to think about casting it and then cast it, you notice 3 things. So this wind buffets you sideways. This cold breeze buffets you sideways. The wind then stops, and you feel yourself begin to fall. And then as you Misty Step out of there, you can feel from the opposite side a stream of hot air coming towards you.
I look straight at Toz and go, "Oh, hi, Toz. I think it's going cold air one way and hot air the other. I don't know if that's relevant."
Oh, well, I mean, there's probably some very carefully constructed and well thought out way to solve this. Or we could just use magic.
I like the magic
Yes, we
one.
could. Morgan shouts
You
from the other side
can't
of the
hear
cabin.
this. This is not a shouted conversation.
Bold of you to assume that I have created a specific solution to this problem. I know you guys way too well.
Hey Delphi, do you want to go next?
Sure.
Okay, I cast a Vortex Warp on Delphi.
Cool. Do you say that's what you're gonna do?
Nah, just do it.
Oh my god, when will
I think
Morgan
Delphi's
learn?
a bit more accepting of it now, but sure. She won't try and fight it.
Great, okay. Yep, so you pop up on the other side of the cavern, so it's just you left, Morgan.
Okay, I am going to
Have you thought about this?
I have. I'm going to take the bedroll out of my bag, which I cannot remember the weight of, but should be. It says it's less than £10, and then I'll cast Immovable Object on my bedroll, which will, and I have to do that with a 3rd level spell slot because I'm running out of spell slots.
Are you making a magic carpet?
Of course, I'm making a magic carpet, and then I sit on that and I kind of hunker down to try and not be like a big sail with my wing. I want to be not catching the wind, and then I just kind of try and fly the bedroll over. Which
Okay.
Did you cast a spell on this, or are you just doing it?
No, Immovable Object.
Okay.
So, well, it's fixed in place, but I can move the object normally because I've designated myself as being able to do that. And it can hold up to 4,000 pounds of weight.
It's whether you can stay on it, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's also-
actually, it says a high level. Oh no, that's for only 4th level. Yeah, so it can hold me and it can float in the air and only move when I tell it to. So I should be able to just fly it across.
Yeah, but it's not moving in a direction you want it to. It's just going to fall when you tell it to.
No, that's not what it means.
She can move it wherever she likes.
No, a movable
that-
object's just that it doesn't move when you tell it to, and it moves and it does what it would normally do.
No?
Yeah.
No, she's designated herself as the only one that can move it. No one else can move it, but Morgan
Yeah.
can.
Oh, wait, so...
And it will still... like, if you make it a stone immovable, and then you make it so that you can move it, it will still drop when you try to move it, if it's in the air, because physics.
I thought it would only, like, move if like
is a
when we did
very
the rope
good
towing
point.
thing.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
I'm really confused.
And we
We did it
towed it.
No,
there
I
before.
agree
Yeah.
because I agree with Katie because I think like if you made an immovable rod and stuck it in the ground, but the rod
Yeah.
was say only £5, physics dictates that I should be able to pick it up.
No,
Yeah.
but... So so the thing is that the immovable rod doesn't move unless you tell it to. And then what Katie is doing is then turning off the immovable effect in order to move it. That's the way that like an immovable rod works, is that you
I'm
turn off the
Googling-
effect to be
I'm
able to move it.
Googling flying with a
So
movable object.
you can do it with 2 immovable rods, where you monkey bar between them, because one of them is perfectly stationary and the other one isn't, and then you can continue that, and you can do the same with. You can kind of do the same with one, but the reason it worked before is because we had it tied onto Delphi, and Delphi was there was something like that. There was something else that was making it so
It was tied
floating.
onto anything.
It was that Morgan was holding it.
I was
Right.
towing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I might be wrong.
I think this
is
may
how
be a
it's been
DM
done.
decision.
Yeah. it's
Yeah,
up to
I
you.
was going to say this feels like something that's kind of up to or up to our discretion as a house rule because,
Yeah.
like, logically.
I think it not working and then having to find out another solution would be funny, but I don't have an idea of what that other solution would be. So if you don't let me do this, you're going to have to figure out how to get me over.
That
all I'm
is not
saying.
my job as the DM, my dude.
No, I'm saying
Like, you
to
can
the
use
other
it
party members.
to drop and then stop at the right height, and you now have a platform that's perfectly stopped for definite.
I mean, you might
yeah.
be right, but I'm pretty sure that the way we did it last time, we literally just flew over to the island on the road.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure
maybe
that
it
was
was
because
broken then.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that was because Morgan was piloting it, right? Morgan was flying it.
Oh, I
And
see.
like was holding it, and then the reason that she could carry all of you is because the object can hold up to 4,000 pounds.
Yes.
That was how it worked last time.
Yeah.
It wasn't hanging there
Completely
like
linked.
it wasn't defying. Yeah, it wasn't defying gravity. It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So am I in trouble then? Have I just made a terrible mistake?
Not a terrible mistake. It's
Yeah, I think I'm gonna rule with Eiriol on this one. I think because
Okay.
it's one of those weird middle ground ones where like both of you make really good points, but from a logical perspective, I think Eiriol's makes
Okay,
more logical sense.
so Morgan steps out confidently with this bedroll, casts a spell on it, and then nothing happens, and then she's floating in the air with this bedroll that's immovable.
So
And
Yeah.
she tries to take the immovability off it, immediately plummets a couple of feet, and then goes,
You could always fly with it, but then that sort of
Defeats the
purpose
point.
of the immovable bit.
Well, it keeps me fixed where I am. So if I get blown off course, I'm kind of like holding onto the bedroll still, and then
you need to drop 40 feet down at some. Maybe
and then
not
I need to
immediately.
get 40
but
feet across.
Hey everyone, it's Ellie here. Hope you're enjoying the show so far.
If you are, please consider checking out our supporter Acast link. This is like a virtual tip jar where you can just give us a little bit of a thank you in financial form. We obviously accept thank yous in non-financial forms, and you are in no way obligated to do this. It would just be a nice cool thing. All the proceeds of that go towards things like making a web domain, investing in merch, and also compensating the lovely, lovely PCs that I have on this show, because they're great, and they deserve all the love and all the riches in the world. You can find that at supporter.acast.com/deck of many aces, with spaces in between the words. There's also a link right at the bottom of the episode description. Also, do you have a podcast, TTRPG product, or Twitch stream that you think that the listeners of this podcast might be interested in? If you do, then why not use this space to advertise it? If you're interested in advertising your product here, get in contact with us at deckofmanyaces@gmail.com. Enjoy the rest of the show!
Yeah, so there's a cold air current and a hot air current, correct?
Yes.
The hot air current blows you back towards the way that we came in. The cold air current blows you kind of like forwards to continue.
Yes.
Okay. And there are vents below which are blowing this air.
Yeah.
Cool. I am going to take one of my throwing axes.
Oh my god.
And I am going to check it at the hot air vent that I can see.
Okay.
I think the air vent is just like a hole in the rock, not like like a machine.
It's also if the vent blows the axe, it's gonna blow it towards Morgan.
I think that my chuck is stronger than an air current.
There are vents on like kind of like each kind of 10-foot level basically.
Okay.
So there's sort of 4 sets of hot vents and 4 sets of cold vents. So if you, for example, had a 4x4 set of squares, 4x4 like checkerboard, which hot vent would you be throwing at? The one on your level? Would you be trying to get to the one
so the
on
one that's
level?
nearest, because if I knock the top one off, there's still going to be hot air blowing Morgan back towards the thing, but it will be like less strong because it's not as close.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Roll me an attack roll against.
I just want to check
event.
that my theory is correct, because clearly I've been imagining it wrong. If it's just holes in the rock with the air, like obviously if it looks like that, I imagined it as like there was some kind of pipe, the way you described it, that was funneling the air in a direction.
Then they're naturally occurring.
Okay, I thought they were constructed. Well, then I'm not going to do it because it won't work.
Okay.
All
right.
If I
This is why
let
I
myself
asked if there was a visual
fall a
aid.
few more feet, but have my wings kind of... Can I do some kind of attempted an athletics check to try and drop a bit closer in the right direction with using my wings to kind of point myself in the right direction?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then snapping my wings back in as soon as I'm getting blown in the wrong way.
Yeah, I would let you as well use an intelligence-based skill, because it's also about kind of like being mindful of the currents. So I'm happy for it to not just be athletics if there's a skill that works. Obviously not history, but like I don't know, what other skills are there?
Could it be acrobatics?
Yeah, you could do athletics or acrobatics.
Good, I got a +4 to acrobatics. I don't think it can be investigation or religion or perception.
No.
It could just be straight int.
Yeah, I'd be happy for that as well.
Good, because it's +7.
What?
Jeez.
Oh, with proficiency.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll.
Would it be with proficiency though?
What, for a straight
Rules is
hit?
written, it wouldn't, but...
That's what a straight intelligence check is.
No. Proficiency
No,
is
it's
for a
just
specific
+4.
skill.
Yeah, you can't have
Yeah.
proficiency in that.
No, you have proficiency in saving throws, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would just be a +4 for intelligence.
I'm-
So you're saying acrobatics.
it's an 8, and you can add whatever modifiers to that you think I deserve.
I mean, are you using int or are you using acrobatics?
They are equivalent.
Yes, but it depends on. I suppose it depends on the flavour I give of how you get down.
I think acrobatics.
Okay, cool.
Trying to just get a bit
So-
closer to the ledge. Without getting uncontrollably everywhere.
So you begin to fly across, and you get about like what kind of course are you charting? Are you going like just straight down in a diagonal?
I'm trying to do that by kind of just dropping a little bit at a time and trying to angle my wings against the current to be blown in the right direction to get a bit closer. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you manage to fly about 30 feet just straight across, and then you kind of feel the air current start to change, and so you kind of alter your wings and shift a little bit, and drop down a little bit to the kind of the next sort of level of the ventilation and get blown back another 10 feet. So you're now about halfway down. Do you want to do another acrobatics check? Or another different check of a different kind to try and get down?
I can't think of anything I can do differently or better except to just keep clinging onto the immovable rod so that I don't get completely bashed around if I get hit. I'm going to try another dex check.
Cool.
Another acrobatics. If
Acrobatics.
anyone would perhaps have any helpful ways of improving this roll, that would be appreciated.
Oh yeah, I forgot I've got Bardic Inspiration. I was literally scrolling through my character sheet going like, what are spells left? What can I do to help?
Oof.
That's like
The
my
thing
whole
that
thing.
your class is good at, yes.
Could I use prestidigitation to make the airflows more obvious by like putting one of the many instantaneous harmless sensory effects?
Yes,
like
oh my
putting a
gosh,
bunch
yes,
of flour
please.
in the air to get it.
Yeah. I think it's like
Yeah.
it's basically glitter.
Please don't be glitter. Please don't. Be
Yeah,
glitter.
it's basically glitter, but it's magical glitter, so it'll disappear.
Amazing. Are you doing different colours of glitter to see like the different temperatures of the vents?
No.
No?
Delphi isn't that forward thinking.
Okay. What colour's the glitter?
I think it's a similar, like it's slightly pinkish bluish, same as crystals.
Nice.
Let's hope it's not
Trans glitter.
carcinogenic.
And yeah,
So
I'll give Morgan a Bardic Inspiration die as well, which is a D8.
Oh, lovely.
Sweet.
Oh, I'll probably be fine then.
We don't really want her to fall and die.
I mean, I wouldn't. I might not die.
You just drop straight into
That's
the pit.
11.
You're like,
What was the Bardic Inspiration plus
A
D8?
D8.
D8.
It's 11 plus 2 is 13 plus 4 for acrobatics is 17. Plus,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Plus anything else?
I was going to say if Eiriol was helping, but
I think what I'll do for that is I'll give you advantage on the next roll.
okay.
are you making me do a whole other one?
I'm making you do a whole other one.
Oh, okay.
So as you drop down, you manage to get pretty close, but then you can kind of see with Delphi's spell, you can see like in one of the hot vents, a sort of swirl of glittery air is now kind of pooling, and so you get sort of quite like about 30 feet down, but then you have to come back up to sort of avoid the rush of hot vents of hot air that kind of comes across. So you're about halfway down now.
I was halfway down before.
I know, I'm sorry. This one was quite a high DC. So you've got one more check to make. I say that, depends on how well you roll. But you can make this one with advantage.
Okay. I'm trying again. Otherwise, I just live here now. First is a 13. Second is a 12. So that's 13 plus 4, 17.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So you wait for the hot air to kind of pass through on the sort of level below you, and you can see it streaming out, and it's streaming out for quite a while, and then the pressure on both your level and the level below you drops, and so you're able to kind of like almost sort of free fall for about 20 feet before a rush of cool air buffets you towards the landing platform, and you land and join the rest of your party.
Yay!
You solved
Good
my air
flying.
puzzle!
Thank you, Delphi, for that handy thought and such. Well done, team, for our very well thought out, communicated plan. That was great.
Sure.
Did I teleport the rope with me, or does Morgan have the rope, or has Morgan left it behind?
It might have been.
Then what?
It might be
Ask me
useful
to
to
put
leave
in
the
the
rope.
I think you... good question.
Because I was
Would the
technically
rope-
wearing
the
it, but also...
But then
I
you
would say
Misty
the
stepped
rope
down.
I would say you would have teleported with the rope, right?
Yeah.
Misty stepped with the rope.
But I was holding the rope.
Yeah, I think that's
Put
one of
that
those
in
like...
existence. Haha.
Yeah.
Maybe
You have to kind of be like, who's
lose
the
the last
primary
10
owner?
feet of it.
I feel like it's like one of those things where like if two people are holding the thing and one person teleports, you've kind of be like, who's the primary holder of this thing? And I think if it's around Raina's waist, then
Yeah.
it would be you. Okay, so you're on the other side of this cavern.
We solved the
and-
DM's wind puzzle.
Wind puzzle. As I wrote in my notes, they could always come up with creative solutions.
Did you have a solution in mind?
Not specifically, no. So
So that was the solution. It was us.
that was the solution. Literally just you vibing, doing stuff. Because I feel like
Well,
if I try
I've
and
used
come up with something,
Vortex Warp now. I'll enjoy using that spell.
it was very cool.
It's basically being able to teleport other people instead of yourself, which is a nice... It's from one of the new,
Yeah.
relatively new releases, I think.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen
It's
it
the
before.
Matt Mercer one, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's a chronomancy one, or
No, it's...
Oh, that or it's... Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway.
Anyway, so you continue down.
It's from Strixhaven.
Oh, that makes sense.
Nice. So you continue down into this kind of the sort of second part of this tunnel. Is the marching order still going to be the same?
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So you've got Tozia, Delphi, Morgan, and Raina. And you continue to walk down the sort of, what's the word? I said incline, but I suppose it's the decline of the path. So
Slope?
it's deeper still. Yeah, that's the word. The slope the path slopes down. You walk sort of past this bubbling pool of lava at one point, which sort of casts this beautiful but almost blood reddish hue on your faces as you walk past it.
Hot.
And you you continue deeper still into the volcano. Tozia, can you give me a perception check, please?
Yes. Sorry, I was just double checking to see if there's anything I can do about it, which I can't, alas. That is a 13.
13.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, that it rolled terribly, so yes. Up ahead.
What rolled
you can
terribly,
see-
Ellie?
Up ahead, Toz, you're sort of struggling to see because you don't have dark vision, but you do have a torch. As you're walking round corners, you're hearing, this sort of the slow movement of lava far off in the distance, and other kind of like echoes in the in this tunnel. So you're kind of on edge. And you round a corner and see another sort of pool of lava. And at first you think it's just a trick of the light, but you notice kind of semi-submerged in the lava, there's a pair of eyes of some kind of creature that is blending in to the colours in the lava, and it's kind of narrowed its eyes and it's watching you. But it doesn't think that you've seen it.
Okay, is this pool of lava fully blocking our path?
It's not. You can walk around it.
Is there natural light from the lava?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't need my torch. Cool. And so it looks like it's the colour of the lava and it's in the lava.
Yes.
I could do something really weird. I could do something sort of semi-weird, or I could just, like, run up and attack with my sword. What are we thinking?
Are you communicating this to the rest of us?
Toji's gonna kind of turn to the others. Yeah, she'll let them know about the creature, kind of, like, do her best to quietly point it out. And
whatever you're gonna do, if it's an attack, and this might help if it's not an attack anyway, if I could cast Fairy Fire, and I don't know if this counts as it being invisible, but if I cast Fairy Fire on it, it can't then be invisible.
I think it sounds as in disguise.
I think it's just hiding in the lava.
Yeah.
Like how a stick insect looks like sticks.
But I would get
see it in
advantage
sticks.
on the attack. But I think I kind of want us to have a surprise round before anyone does anything.
Also being a surprise to us.
So I have an idea, but it depends on if Ellie will let me do something stupid.
We love stupid things.
Almost certainly.
I have.
What's the stupid thing?
I have a new like maneuver with level 7. It's called Quick Toss, which basically means as a bonus action I can like chuck something at a creature and do extra damage if it hits. The thing is, the language in it says make a ranged attack with a weapon that has the thrown property. But I want to throw my water canteen.
Oh my god.
It's not rules as written, but because it will do damage, I think, to this creature because it seems fiery, I just wanted to see if Ellie would allow it. If she doesn't, I have an axe I can use.
I feel like that's kind of cool. I'm willing to rule of cool that, absolutely.
Cool. Nice. In that case, I will throw that as a bonus action to start my turn. And then I get 2 attacks as an attack action, and I believe I have a light crossbow. So I'll throw the water, and then I will probably take 2 shots with my crossbow. And how far are we from the pool of lava?
What if you shot the water with your crossbow and showered it in water?
You're about...
I don't think I could push it that far, but that would be cool.
I was going to say, if you were like a sharpshooter or something...
Yeah, if I was like an archer.
The DC on that would be hard.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. But am I okay to chuck the water? How far am I from the pool?
Yeah, you're about 20 feet from the pool.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think it'll have a reach of 20 foot, so I'm going to stay back and shoot with my crossbow for now, I think.
By the way, you can only use your crossbow once per turn, because it's loading.
What does that mean?
So you have to load it in between turns in order to use it, so you can't fire it twice in the same turn.
Oh.
But she's not certified.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said you were.
I have extra attack, which means that I can... my attack action is 2 attacks rather than 1.
Yeah, so you'd only be able to do 1 with the crossbow.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm not going to risk moving in yet because I wonder if we will be able to draw it out. Because then it can't pull us into the lava. So, I'll throw the water bottle first, and then I'll take a shot with my crossbow.
Sweet, give me an attack roll then.
It's 2 attack rolls, I believe. Of the water.
Is it 2 for the... Oh, right, yeah, one for the water.
So I'm making 2 separate attacks. The one with the water is a... I guess I'm not proficient with it, so it would be a +5, not a +7. But that is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
What damage die am I using for this?
Oh, good question. For an improvised weapon.
Depends how much
There's
water's
rules
in
on
it, I
that,
guess.
isn't there? What's improvised weapon?
Probably a D4.
That's a...
I think it literally just says it's up to the DM. I might be wrong.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. I love having to make decisions.
I think it should be a D10. D6?
I was going to
D6?
say I was going to say D6. Yeah.
Cool. And if this creature happens to be vulnerable to water, the damage does get doubled. And I also am adding a superiority die because I did one of my maneuvers, so it's an extra.
You did your thingamadoos.
It's an extra D8. And if I roll a 1 or a 2, I get to re-roll. So that's a 3 and an 8, so that is 11 points of damage.
Nice. Oh my god. Yeah, so you throw your water canteen at this creature, and it shrieks as the water kind of like gets onto its skin. You can sort of see where the water makes contact. It kind of like sizzles and almost blackens. Like, you know, something that's kind of cooling down rapidly, and, you know, steam rises from it, and it crawls out of the lava to try and attack you. And you can see that it's actually not too dissimilar to the giant, like, fire lizard thing that you fought way back when. But this is it's a little bit bigger, and it's got like a kind of like rudimentary spear that it's kind of made, that it can kind of, that it sort of like waves in your direction menacingly and angrily.
Has it moved towards me then before I took my second attack action?
Yes. Is that allowed? Yes.
How
for flavor.
close is it to me now?
It's now about 10 feet away.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I'll move the 5 feet and hit it with my maul then, because that does more damage.
Yeah! Bonk time!
Cool, that is a sorry, maths. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Cool, and then you know what? I can take my second attack action now because I'm not using my crossbow.
Yes, you can.
So that is.
Watch Tozzy
I rolled.
one-shot this.
That's a 14 for the first damage.
Nice.
No, it's not. 6 add 4 isn't 14. It's 16.
It's 16.
Second attack
Kill it.
is 11.
11 doesn't hit.
Okay. I will hold off on using my action surge for now.
Tozia, as you hit, so what was it? 11 damage? Did you say? No, 16.
So 11. So 11 was the one I rolled on the water. So this is 16 damage. So
Yes,
if it was vulnerable to the water overall, that would be 38 points of damage.
Something like that.
Something like that.
It does appear to be this is your maul.
It's magical, so it does magical damage.
It is magical. Yep.
That's another reason why I wanted to use it instead of the crossbow.
I was like ah ha ha ha, damage halved, and then I thought about it and I was like, not damage halved.
Yeah.
Magical maul.
Magical maul, which Ellie did to be very nice and is now cursing herself. Anyway, so as you whack this creature with your maul, it sort of like hisses at you angrily, and the like as you kind of make impact, sort of sparks of heat like fly off its skin, and you take 7 points of fire damage.
Cool. Awesome.
Can everyone roll for initiative now, please? Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Chloe Elliott, Eiriol Evans, Katie McLeod, and me, Ellie Webster. If you love the show, please consider leaving us a review or a rating on whatever podcast listening platform you are using right now. If you aren't using one that has a reviewing system, then you can check us out on Podchaser, where we can read and respond to your reviews. We really, really appreciate it, and it helps the podcast grow. So thank you so much for people who have left a review. And if you're thinking about it, please do it. We'd love you for it. If you want to interact with us, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Deck of Many Aces. Let's be honest, it's mostly Twitter, like Twitter basically. Just go on Twitter. We're always happy to chat, and we always love hearing from people, so give us a bell. If you love the music from the show, you can find it on Spotify, Deezer, Amazon Music, I'm saying with a question mark, and also on Chloe's SoundCloud. The links are in the episode description. We are a busy group of people, so you can find us all over the internet. Most notably, Am is in our sister podcast, A Rendezvous with Destiny, and actually now so is Chloe. That's exciting. What? So they're both in A Rendezvous with Destiny. You can also find Am on Date Night Drive-In with fellow podcaster Will, and you can also find her on Brain Adventures in their new series, The Defectives Club. You can find Chloe again all over the internet, but most notably on Twitch at Chloe_with_the_flow. I've already mentioned it earlier on in the show, but if you really love us and you'd like to do something to directly support the show, then we've got an Acast supporter link, which we'd really appreciate you checking out. It's like an online tip jar, and we use the money to help kind of advance the project however we can. Most recently, it allowed us to take part in Rainbow Roll Fest, which was an amazing time, and the festival raised over £1,700 for mermaids, which was also amazing. So all good things. That's at supporter.acast.com/Deck of Many Aces with dashes between the words. That's all from me this week. I will see you soon. Have an ace week. Bye!